one coat on the deck. It's a light coat, but I'm going to let it dry for 24 hours, then I'm going to stick another coat on tomorrow. So I've got the hood taped up here on the tractor. I'm going to take the hood off by taking off these bolts over here. So at this point here, I've got the hood off, I've got the fenders off, the fenders are over here. I've got the front grille off and the bracket that holds it on. And I've got the hood off over there drying. I washed the inside and outside. So now I'm going to have to take the seat off of that, grind all that rust off, and the front grille and all the other parts. And while I've got those parts off, I'm going to paint all the black parts on the tractor. So I've got the seat off the John Deere tractor right here, and I've got it sanded lightly, and I'm going to paint it with some spray paint. This is what I'm using today, is Tremclad Professional Gloss Black Paint. I've done the first coat for today. I don't want to spray on too much because I can get some runs on there. So I'm going to let it dry for 24 hours, then put a second coat. So I've got my third coat on the deck, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think 3 coats is going to do the job. Like I said, it's not a professional job, but it's as good as you can get at home. Now for the hood, I've just sprayed the second coat inside the hood. And it's turning out real good. I'm really pleased with that. And now I'm going to have to flip it over and do the other side once this is completely dry. So now I've got the front grille and the bracket that holds it on clamped down outside to this thing here. I'll be grinding off the rust and the paint with my drill and my angle grinder with wire brushes at the end. The wire brush on the drill is a bit softer, so it's not going to leave any scuff marks. So I've got my grill parts here set on some grills here in the shade, and I'm going to prime them now. So I've got the parts primed. I'm going to leave them dry for at least 24 hours before I put the John Deere green paint on there. So I've got my hood all prepped, ready to put a coat of paint on. I'll be doing this outside in the shade so that the sun doesn't dry the paint too quickly. So I'm done putting the first coat on. I'm going to let it dry for 24 hours. And then I'm going to put a second coat on. I'm going to end up putting 3 coats altogether. I'm just sanding the edges where the paint meets the metal so that it's feathered in, so that when I paint it, you don't see a ridge where the old paint was. So I sanded it with an 80 grit first. Now I'm going with the 220. Then I'll finish it off with the 320 to 400 grit sandpaper. So there's the two side engine panels. Got one coat on, as you saw me outside coating that. I brought it in because sometimes when the paint's drying, the little flies will get on the paint and stick to it. And if you don't get them off, they're going to be stuck there permanently. So I'd rather paint it inside, but I didn't want all the fumes to stay in the garage. That's why I do it outside, then I take the panels inside to dry. And my hood here has 2-3 coats, and I think I'm going to leave it like that till I put a clear coat on. There's the other panel, and there's my grill over here. It's got 2 coats.